Yes, people, good evening. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome to the Premier League show. Well, it's been a while since the Premier League has been, it's been off. I'm glad it's been off. I can't lie, as a United fan myself. I'm, I'm just happy that there was no Premier League show. 2 weeks off, I can just relax, chill, do all the footy talk, and chill during the international break, I guess, and then watch other sports. But yeah, well, not everything went well in terms of F1, in terms of what happened in tennis yesterday, but it's all good. Welcome back, Josh. Obviously, the Premier League is back, and
Okay.
also I had to say big ups to everyone for 170 subs. We reached the goal of March, so appreciate the love and support. But the goal is now to get to 200 subs. So I think by the end of April, we'll try and linger on the 190 subscribers mark. So that'd be great if we could. But Josh, welcome back, mate. And hope you're well.
I am very well, especially after receiving the news that this channel has hit 170 subs. Very proud of you and whatnot, and how much
Appreciate it.
you've grown.
Appreciate it,
No
man.
problem.
You've been a part of
In terms of how I am, first of all, I'd like to say for anyone that was affected by the earthquake in
it. Yeah,
Thailand and Myanmar, I hope you're doing well. I hope you're safe.
yeah.
Um,
I was gonna say as well. But you can finish your message first. I'll just
oh no, I'm saying, as an Arsenal fan and as you as a United fan, we're probably not the most happy that the Premier League is back this midweek, but alas, it is. And here we here we go.
yeah. Here we go.
Here we go, man. We've got the final stretch of the season to go. Will Manchester United
Yeah,
win the Europa League and salvage their season? Will Arsenal win the Champions League? Absolutely not. But it'll be fun to see us against Madrid, wouldn't it? So
pray
yeah.
for
In
Madrid.
terms of how I'm feeling good. I'm feeling happy. I'm on the Coronas for this stream, and we've we've got good vibes going into this one.
Big
So
up.
let's hope it continues.
This guy, man, about clean shave. You absolute mug. You absolute mug. But anyways, yeah, I just want to get the message across. Yeah, big up to you for bringing it up as well. I was gonna also say, yeah, my heart, thoughts, and prayers go out to everyone that was affected in the earthquake. Because I can't lie, it was very shocking to me. Because over here in Thailand, we've never felt an earthquake. Well, I've never really felt an earthquake like that in my life. Like it was the first time that I felt like an insane level of earthquake. And trust me, it was not nice to see what went on and what happened throughout the day, because a lot of what could have been a really good day for somebody has just turned out into absolute shit, and you just never know what could happen in life. And the way it happened, it was very, very sudden. So I just want to send my heart, thoughts, and prayers to everyone that was affected, and sending love to all the families that have lost loved ones. Excuse me, that have lost their loved ones. So yeah, but yeah, big up to everyone in the chat. Make sure you guys are liking the video, subscribe to the channel. Like I said, the goal is to get to 200 subs before the end of April, or at least try and linger around the 190 mark. So yeah,
Your standards too low, Ackerman. We've got to hit those 200 subs ASAP.
subs, but at least we'll try and linger around the 190 subs mark around, and then we'll get to 200. 100%. We'll be there. But big up Josh for obviously coming on again. Big up to John, Arian, Don, and this well lad right here, Augustia. Um, But yeah, let's get started. I mean, where do you want to start? To be honest, I mean, FA Cup weekend. I think that went on. You could actually talk about it. I mean, it was limbs in the away, wasn't it?
It was. I said to Ackerman just before the stream started, I was placed in the away end for the Brighton Nottingham Forest FA Cup game. As
Yeah,
obviously in England for FA Cup games, you're allocated extra away seats. So I was in there. As soon as Ryan Yates scored the winning penalty for Forest, I got told to sit on the bottom gate, and I got absolutely swarmed by thousands of Nottingham Forest fans spitting in my face, singing "Que sera, sera,"
I'm so
singing
sorry.
"We're going to Wembley," all of that. Ryan Yates, 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 all that.
I'm
I hope they
sorry.
get knocked out after that. But honestly,
Hey,
on a serious note, it's what
yeah,
football's all about, So
no, it is 100%, 100%. And Nottingham Forest have now won 3 penalty shootouts in a row in the FA Cup, or is it
yeah,
four? Not the one
free,
before that.
free, free.
3 in a row in the FA Cup now, which is crazy. That their run to Wembley has just been via penalties. But hey, look, Forest have been one of the best teams in England this season in terms of like football, in terms of just like pure joy to watch. I think Forest have been unexceptional. So it's hard to bet against Forest, especially the way Brighton sort of wasted the chances, especially the way Forest also wasted the chances. It was a dull, dead 0-0 game. I think it was it should have been at least goals, but come on, man, dead game.
It was a dead game. It was a dead game. But I think there was a penalty for Forest that was overturned quite controversially, and Brighton scored an extra time.
Oh yeah, it was overturned. It was like checked by VAR, but or something. I don't know what exactly happened. Like VAR checked the penalty, and I think they just I think they overturned.
I can't remember who the referee was, but he went to the screen. I saw that live. And obviously, Brighton scored an extra time. I think Brighton were the better side in extra time. I think Nottingham Forest just edged it in the first 90 minutes. Yeah, cheers, Gus. Yeah, he told me he'd troll Arsenal throughout the stream.
They also got more trophies than Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, fun fact. So, yeah.
And Lampard. But overall, it was a dead game, which I kind of expected in a way. They're two quality sides going out there. 0-0 after 120 minutes. And Forest just about edged it on penalties. And I think, who have they got? I think they've got Man City in the semis as well.
Yeah.
And I think that's going to be a tough one for them. But at the end of the day, they play with spirit, they play with passion, they play with hunger, they play with desire. They've got the players to harm City, and there's no reason why they can't go to Wembley at the end of May.
Yeah, there's no harm for them going to Wembley. I think it'll be a really good game. I think it'll be tight. I mean, Forest against City, that's going to be a great game to watch. I think at Wembley, I think that's going to be one of the old school. Well, not old school, but it's going to be definitely a clash. And the FA Cup final for me that I would love, I would hope for, is going to be Forest Villa. That's the final I'm hoping for. And that's the final I think everyone's hoping for. I think that's going to be like an old school rivalry or old school classic football game, I think, in the FA Cup final. Well, I don't know if they met in the FA Cup final before, but I would love to see Forest versus Aston Villa FA Cup final. I think it's going to be a great game. I think two sides have played exceptional football this season. I think two sides have just been great to watch with some really good players, But it's definitely going to be a good game to watch. I think Forest Villa will definitely be a good game. I am rooting for Aston Villa to win the whole thing. Obviously, it's not because of Rashford. It's not because of anyone else. I've liked Aston Villa for a long time now. I've just had a soft spot for Aston Villa for quite some time. Augustia, I'm sure you'll know my Aston Villa. I'm sure you'll know my Aston Villa memes during the lockdown. We used to call during games and stuff like that. So yeah. The streets don't forget Oliver Lampard. Trust me, bro. They asked me.
Who actually won that debate?
Arteta, because he's still in the job, and Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, Lampard didn't win a trophy whilst Arteta did. So,
the standards are insipidly low, Ackerman. I would admit.
It's really low. Like, trust me, that should never have ever been a debate. I think it's just both. But do you know why I think they made it a debate? Because the all three of them are trust the process managers. So that's why I was like a debate, but I just I was like, what process and progress is this, man? It's all like, yeah, exactly, man. You tell him, Don C.
Don C, respect, like it.
Nah, you tell him, bro. Villa, oh man, bro, if this happens, Villa Champions League winners and the FA Cup, bro, could Emery all this Arteta versus Emery debate could be in the mud, could be in the bin for good.
Well, I don't know why it was a debate in the first place, but hey ho.
Better anyways as a manager.
Oh, of course he is. Well, that is unfair on Arteta. He's only been a manager for 6 years, but it's obvious that Emery is the better manager.
Yeah, of course.
Well, you just look at the trophy cabinets of the respective managers, Yes, so am I. The comment you just highlighted, Arian. I hope Crystal Palace do as well. I think they're the only club left in the competition that have never won a major trophy.
Yeah.
I know you were talking about how you want Villa to win. Me personally, I want Palace to win because
when the FA Cup final against United, I remember that game very, very well.
I know Crystal Palace. They've been unlucky. They've got to a few semi-finals in recent years as well. Yeah, I remember they got to the semi-final under Patrick Vieira. I think they got to the semi-final in 2018. They got knocked out by Giroud, techie goal.
No, that was Southampton.
That was Southampton. Oh no.
It was Palace. Palace made it in 2016. They made it in 2021, if I'm not mistaken. 2021, I think.
2022, I think, under the era.
2022.
They've been unlucky not to
Yeah,
win the cup, essentially. Because I think you were down to 10 men in 2016, weren't you?
Could this be true? Imagine Palace winning the FA Cup and then Tottenham not winning a trophy for 18 years.
They win it before us as well.
What was the last time Spurs won? Was it 2008, wasn't it?
2008 League Cup final against Chelsea.
It's going to be 18 years, I think. Or at least, sorry, 17 years. My bad. Emery as the coach. Yeah. I blame Arsenal for this debate. Facts. Arsenal was the one who started this trust the process thing. Then United followed suit. Or no, sorry, no. Actually, don't see. United started it because United hired Ole Gunnar Solskjaer before, and then this trust the process stuff came. Then Arsenal brought in Arteta mid-season 2019. Then Chelsea brought Lampard in. Then Arteta came in mid-season. So I blame. It's actually United. It's actually United that started all this because we had this trust the process progress bullshit. Like I didn't like it, and I was Ole out mid-season. I was like, I can give a shit. I'm done. And then the following season, I was like, yeah, you lose, you get out of the Champions League, bro. You qualify for the Champions League, you get knocked out, get out. You go down to the Europa League, lose the finals of Villarreal. Should have been sacked since then. You know, we were so far behind.
He should have been sacked after Cardiff last game of the season.
Facts, bro. We signed Ronaldo, Sancho, Varane, and imagine the season of that ruined. Imagine, bro. Take me back to that summer, right? How were we feeling? Like, I was like, bro. Obviously not you, but like me, I was like over the moon. I was like, this is an amazing transfer window. I was like, Ronaldo, Sancho, Varane. That's the most perfect transfer window I think we could have had post Sir Alex Ferguson. We have to go. We have to go win something now. We have to go challenge now, compete now. And even if Ronaldo's here for a short-term period, go and compete for the league. And then ever since then, we just like, it completely fell off. It was a season of promise completely ruined, and like I felt that we should have done more. But then again, United fans just love sentiment, don't they? And a lot of football fans do nowadays. It's more sentiment than it is with trust than actually is with than it is with what do you call? Then it's about winning. I guess they care about sentiment more than they care about actually winning football nowadays. Sorry, go on, continue with the FA Cup, bro.
I will continue about it. I wasn't going to say anything else, but I guess we move on. Well, congratulations to Nottingham Forest first of all, biggest club left in the FA Cup, and I guess we should talk about Fulham Crystal Palace, as that was the first game of the season, first game of the FA Cup weekend as well. First of all, well done, Eddie, for scoring again. We could probably do with you right now, but that's besides the point. I was really disappointed in Fulham. They were terrible, essentially. I mean, especially after knocking you guys out. I said it to you off stream.
Yeah.
Like, you go through all that, you put in 120 minutes of effort and blood, toil, tears, sweat, whatever, at Old Trafford, win on penalties against the holders, against arguably the biggest club in England, not for me personally, but many people say it that way. Only to get slapped up at home to Crystal Palace. I mean, come on.
That's crazy.
Come on, man. Like, what are you doing? And I don't know if you saw any of the goals. Eze's goal was absolutely superb. Mateta with the coach's effort.
I've seen some of the. I don't think I saw some. Actually, no. Sorry, I didn't see it. My bad. I saw the Villa goals. I saw the City game. I watched the City game. I didn't watch anything after that. I don't think I watched any FA Cup games. No, I didn't watch the Fulham one. I saw the Villa Preston game. I saw the City Bournemouth game. I saw the Forest game, but I didn't see the Palace game. That's all.
No, fair enough. Well, I saw some of the game because outside the Amex, Brighton have built a new fan park, essentially, where you can buy drinks before getting into the stadium and like watch previous games and whatnot. So I saw the last 20 minutes of that game, and Fulham just looked dead on their heels. I mean, I was disappointed. I thought they could have a real go at winning their first piece of silverware.
Yeah.
But they just didn't seem like they were up for the fight, really. And I am disappointed, but fair play to Crystal Palace. There's this semi-famous Crystal Palace fan on social media who goes by the name HLTCO, who I'm subscribed to his podcast on Patreon, and I'm very happy for the lad. Obviously, because he's never seen his team win a major trophy. I hope Palace do it. Like I said before, they are the only team left in the competition with no major silverware to their name.
Yeah.
And for them to win it would be a great advert for English football, I think, and it would validate Crystal Palace's existence essentially.
Fair enough. Now these are going back and forth in the chat now, are they? Now what's this? He's calling you Joseph now, isn't it? And he's saying nah.
What is it?
Nah. I'm just bringing all this up. Eze is a class player, isn't he? Do you think Eze could be signed by a big club soon? Do you think Eze leaves Crystal Palace for a big club?
Why not? Why not? He's got the capabilities. If Elise can do it, why can't Eze? I mean, to be fair, I've seen Crystal Palace this season. Eze hasn't been up to his usual standards from all the Crystal Palace games I've seen. Or maybe the chat will correct me on that.
Yeah.
But for me, he's not as good as Elise, but he can definitely play for a bigger club. No offense if there are any Crystal Palace fans in the chat. But
Nah,
yeah, but he is a good player. I think he got released by Arsenal actually, so that's another oversight from our club. But oh well. I don't see why he can't make the move, to be honest. Fantastic player, fantastic skill set, decent mentality as well. I think he's got the makings in it to play for a Big Six club. Big Six. We know how we feel about the whole Big Six label, but regardless of that, he's more than good enough to play for a Spurs or a United in your current situation. So
yeah,
why can't he move to a bigger club, so to speak?
No, I agree. I think it's time for English clubs to start winning like major trophies now. No worries, mate. No worries. But yeah, like I said, it's time for English clubs to start winning trophies now. It's time to start competing for the trophies. Obviously, you got Crystal Palace in the FA Cup semi-final. It's going to be tough to compete against Aston Villa, but I think that they need to go for it. I think it's time to to actually go for the glory. I also think Aston Villa need to go for it as well, because I think Aston Villa fans, look, they're a massive club, right? Well, not a massive club, but they're definitely a big club, right? For me, I think it's time for Villa to actually go for the major trophies. Yeah, what's really embarrassing is Birmingham City winning a trophy more recently than Aston Villa. They won one in 2011 over Arsenal. I don't want to remind you, Josh and Cam, and Dunsey, that you guys are Arsenal fans in the chat, but I don't want to. The thing is, right? It's better. It's better for Aston Villa to now go for the FA Cup. The fact that they missed out on the Conference League last year, or was it Conference League? It was Conference League last year. The fact that they missed out on the Conference League last year is a bit like, it's kind of a bit shocking, because I think they were the favorites to win the whole thing, and then they got knocked out. So no, I think Villa should go for that. I think Forest, if they want to retain their big club status in today's day, need to start winning the trophies. Need to go for the FA Cup as well. I think the FA Cup is really important for Forest, because Forest, I think they need to. The thing is with Forest, right? They can get Champions League football. Cool. They've had an exceptional season with that. But in terms of actually getting silverware, like when they how they used to, like how they used to win trophies, right? Back in the day, they won back-to-back European Cups. Now they're kind of missing on the European trophy. They're not missing the European. They're missing a trophy, I think, in today's day. So Forest, Villa, Palace, apart from City, these three teams need to go for it. They really need to go for it. I want to see a high level of FA Cup semi-final weekend. I want to see both games at a high level. So I don't know when the semi-final weekend is, but assuming it is towards the end of April or towards mid-April.
I think it's on the weekend commencing the 26th of April. The chat might correct me on that, but I think that's what it is.
So what's going to happen to the Premier League games on that weekend? Are they going to be moved, or are they going to be like? But anyways, but yeah, continuing from the FA Cup, like which teams do you think that need it most? Apart from City and Crystal Palace, but which teams do you think which two teams do you think need it more, Forest or Villa? Which team do you think need it most? Because they made Villa the Conference League last year.
Well, I feel Forest need it more because Villa have won a trophy more recently, albeit that was 30 years ago on this year. So, the chat seems to be popping off, bloody hell. But I feel Forest do need it more, so to speak. Like I said previously, because they are on a bigger trophy drought. See, not many people realise how big of a club Forest are. They've got as many Champions Leagues as Chelsea, more than the likes of City and Arsenal and whatnot. They're only one behind Manchester United as well, which is insane to think about. But besides that, Forest deserve it, I feel. With the work they've done, we've praised Nottingham Forest countless times on these streams, like from their owners showing ambition and whatnot, completely going against PSR, taking the punishment for what it is, and then still continuing to build, proving that our clubs can spend that amount of money without. Well, we can take the punishment on because we won't get relegated, and then we can push on. But obviously, our owners aren't as ambitious as Forest's owner is. So I feel the owner deserves it more than anyone. He has put in time, effort, money, resources, whatever you can think into that club. And right now, I'm reaping for rewards. And they've got City in the semis. Let's hope they do it.
Yeah, I agree. I don't think Crystal Palace will do well in Europe. Because we all hyped up Crystal Palace's team when they had Elise, when they had what was it? They had Joachim Anderson, and then they sold them too, and then now they're linked with and now they want to sell Guehi away, bro. Crystal Palace we're playing such good football towards the end of last year with Glasner, right? And then what happened is they just fell off because they decided to sell. Obviously, Elise going to Bayern, you can't turn down a move to Bayern, right? But then you saw Joachim Anderson in the same window as well, and then you're in the position that you were in. You could have been a top 8 club this year. I genuinely think Crystal Palace could have been a top 8 club had they kept Elise and had they kept Joachim Anderson. Real talk. They would have been definitely in the European in the hunt for European football. But obviously they have the FA Cup semi-final now. I think they can try and go for the FA Cup. They should try and at least try and go for it. But do I think they'll win it? No. I think if I had to rank my favorites to win the FA Cup, I'd probably go Forest on top. I'd probably go Villa. I'd probably go City, then Villa. Then I go Crystal Palace.
You'd have Forest on top.
I think Forest have the best chance to win the FA Cup this year. I think with the way they're playing right now, they've already beaten City in the league. They can definitely do that in the FA Cup.
Nah, come on. Bournemouth already beat City in the league. Look what City did when it mattered.
I hear it, but Nottingham Forest need this most. I know Manchester City have won how many trophies in the last nearly 8 years now? They won how many trophies in the last? That's the thing. And Forest have not won an FA Cup. They've not won a trophy. So have Villa. Birmingham City have won a trophy more recently than Aston Villa, which is crazy.
Against us.
I know. I mentioned that. But this is what I mean. I think Forest need it more. I think Forest can definitely get it. I think you saw with Nuno in the FA Cup with Wolves back then. He was a cup manager. He was getting Wolves into good runs. Obviously, they didn't win anything. But you remember that team with Jota, Neto, and Moutinho, and all these guys.
Brilliant.
They were going crazy in the Europa League. So this is what I'm trying to say. I think they definitely need to go on a cup run, and I think Forest are going to get to the final. I think it'll be Forest in the FA Cup final, and I think it'll be between City and Villa. I would love to see Aston Villa get to the final.
Don't Nottingham Forest play Man City in the semis?
Yeah.
So hopefully Forest do the job.
I think Forest get to the final.
I hope they do. That's not even a blight on City. It's just the fact that
I just think
they've won so many. The last time they won the FA Cup was in 2023. Yeah. It's time for a new winner.
Over us, and we didn't stop the treble, so that's on us.
Well, neither did we.
So this is what I mean, right? I think Forest fans. I think FA Cup is gonna. I think the FA Cup is gonna be good. It's gonna definitely be good ties. We'll see. Forest Villa FA Cup final. I said this as well. I said Forest versus Aston Villa FA Cup final is going to be a proper old school football rivalry.
It will
I
be.
think, and I hope Villa win it.
But
I would love.
Akadin, you ranked your top 4 favourites. My personal favourites: Man City first, Villa second, Forest third, Crystal Palace fourth. I think with City, you just simply can't count them out. I mean, let's not forget, if Man City don't win this cup, doesn't matter if they finish in the top 4. I reckon Pep Guardiola's job is in serious danger.
I don't think it is because he just signed a new City. They wouldn't give him a new contract if his contract was if his job was in jeopardy.
Ackerman, let's not forget, we've said this countless times. Only Manchester City and Real Madrid hold those extraordinarily high standards.
I hear it.
I don't think Pep would last if he doesn't win the FA Cup.
If you go look at Manchester City, they've had a lot of off the pitch changes. They've had a lot of changes off the pitch. They've had a lot of they've not had a replacement lined up for Pep. This is exactly what I'm trying to say. Who if they sack Pep, they're the only club who can ask who are we gonna get, because they can
take Arteta if they want.
You can't get better than Pep in my opinion. Other than Ancelotti, I don't see you getting better than Pep. I don't see anyone better than Pep or Ancelotti in this football world right now in terms of football management. In terms of management, I don't see anyone better than Pep and Ancelotti. So this is what I mean. I think if you sack Pep, you won't get a better manager right now. I think City the only club that can say that. Real Madrid can definitely do one because they have the best squad in the world. If you ask me on paper, I think Real Madrid's squad is the best in the world. Like if you look at the team, if you look at the lineup, look at the depth in attack. But this is what I'm trying to say. Like I don't think you sack Pep if you're gonna give him a new contract. If you're gonna give him like a new 2-3 year contract, you don't sack him. Because look at City, they've had a lot of changes off the pitch. They've fired take She's now left, right? They've let Omar Barada go. They've let what else did that go off? But like I said, they've made some changes off the pitch, and it's gonna take some time. I think Man City also made poor recruitment as well. I think poor recruitment by Man City over the years. It's not on Pep, but it's definitely been poor recruitment from the Man City board in terms of signings that they've made, which is why this season I think Man City have had a drop off. Because if they had better recruitment over the years, I don't think City are where they are right now. I don't think they'll be where they are. I think they'll definitely be within second of Liverpool. I think they have recruit better over the years because they sold Alvarez. Who have they signed? Marmoush is not Alvarez's replacement. Alvarez was not a winger. Alvarez was a striker. He was off the bench. Marmoush is a left winger. Haaland's a striker. He's not Alvarez's replacement. For me, they need to go look at replacements for Gundogan. They did not replace Gundogan yet. They've let him go. They brought him back, but ever since he's come back, he's been a massive letdown. I don't think he's been good enough. KDB's just been injured. Yeah, I think they just had poor recruitment over the past few years. No, mate, not just last summer. I think it's been the summer before that as well when they signed Gvardiol. Gvardiol alone isn't good enough. They need to go and strengthen more. You've let go of Alvarez. Who are you gonna sign? Who did you sign? You signed Mamouche. You signed Kusanov. You signed who else? You know, but like I said, it's poor recruitment by Man City.
I don't disagree at all. We've spoken plenty of times about Manchester City's recruitment. But
this is why
I do accept it's been a transitional year. But at the end of the day, they're in the final 4 of the FA Cup against Nottingham Forest, Aston Villa, and Crystal Palace. I'm sure City's board are looking at that and saying, if you somehow conspire to fuck this up, hey, I don't think you're getting past this. Because I genuinely believe that I always cite back to what Mourinho said when Leicester beat him just before he got sacked at Chelsea in 2015. It was December 2015. He said, when you're having such a bad moment, when you're having such a bad period like we are, to finish in the top 4 and get a domestic trophy, whether it's the FA Cup or the League Cup, it's okay.
But you know what?
And I feel those are the standards City are having by now. If they do win the FA Cup and if they do finish in the top 5, they're going to see it as it was a transitional season. We don't accept the league performance, but at least you've salvaged a piece of silverware. If Guardiola doesn't deliver this FA Cup, I reckon he's in serious trouble, genuinely.
But the thing is, right? Like, look, last summer about recruitment, right? You say Marmoush is a second striker that can play left wing.
Did well
But
against Bournemouth, to be fair.
But he's not Alvarez's replacement. Alvarez's replacement is a striker that can come off the bench and change the game for Haaland. Because you know why? I was about to get to my point. Erling Haaland was pictured leaving the stadium with a protected boot yesterday after the game. So City definitely need to find a replacement for Haaland. Well, not a replacement, but like someone to come off the bench for Haaland.
What I will say, you say about replacing Haaland off the bench and playing with a striker role. That is exactly what Marmoush did against Bournemouth. Scored the winner to send them through after Haaland's had to come off. So I feel like, yes, he can play as a left winger, but when needs must, he'll play as a striker. And he'll be a perfect backup striker for Haaland.
It'll be interesting to see whether Oscar Bob can come back, get into the squad. Because I think Oscar Bob is definitely someone that's that's a really talented footballer. I think he can definitely get into this Man City team. I think you have Savinho on the right wing, class player. I think he's a very, very good footballer. Like people say the stats can tell you otherwise, but the stats don't tell you the whole story. He's a very, very good player, and I definitely think he'll be a good player for City in the coming years. You also have Echeverry now, right? Echeverry's coming. Where does he play? Is Bernardo Silva's future in doubt? Is Nathan Ake's future in doubt? Is Edison's future in doubt? A lot of Man City players have now questions about their future, so it's definitely gonna be a rebuild this summer. Do I think City will win? Do I think it'll be do I think City will have a squad overhaul? I think they will, but I think they'll take 2 years to do it because I don't think they'll get everyone out this summer. I think it'll take some time to get everyone out. Not everyone's going to leave this summer, I think, because the thing is, right? Obviously, with PSR, right? How are Man City and the charges looming over? How are Man City going to be able to spend that much money? That's the problem. It's spending. The problem is spending a heck of a lot of money.
Well, I mentioned Nottingham Forest's owner earlier, and the fact that he disregarded PSR, took the 10-point deduction on the head. And look where Nottingham Forest are now. They're reaping their rewards and could easily end up with silverware in Champions League football.
But the problem is can City afford the 10-point deduction?
I don't see why not. I mean, they're not going to get relegated. And even if they get deducted 10 points, I still fancy them to finish in the top 5. They've got the players to do it. They've got the manager to do it. They've got the personnel to do it. And they've got the mentality to do it. So I don't think spending money is a problem for City whatsoever. Like I said, like we've mentioned earlier in regards to Manchester City, they spent 200 million in January, and we don't think it's going to stop there. I think if you can freely spend 200 million pounds in January, if you're going to spend any money in January, you have to be aware of your plan for the summer. And I feel that because they've spent 200 million pounds in January, they've still got a massive war chest going into the summer of 2025. So, at the end of the day, we don't know what's going to happen. I personally think they're going to bounce back and win the league next year. That's probably the pessimist in me, but I just can't see any other way in which it will happen.
No, and I hear it. But the thing is, my question is, whose future is in doubt, and who are they going to let go? Is my question. Like, because if they wanted to rebuild, they need to let go of some of the OGs that have been here when they won the treble, like Bernardo Silva, for example. I know it might be a tough choice, but but there's been a lot of rumors over the years that he's not been wanting to stay at Man City. He's wanted to leave. There's been plenty of rumors over the years. PSG wanted him, this and that.
We wanted him.
Yep. Arsenal wanted Jack Grealish as well at one point as well, I think. Is Grealish going to stay at City? There's a lot of questions over a lot of Man City players. Obviously, aside from Haaland, Rodri, aside from maybe you could say Ruben Diaz, maybe you could say Marmoush, Hatisha's come in. You've got because I think Gundogan's gone. I think you bring him back for a year, but I think he's gone. I think he's gone after this year. I don't think City keep him. I think City let him go. But do I think Man City will definitely have a big summer? Yeah. Do I think they'll spend a lot? Sure. But but I'm also sure they'll win the league next year. Maybe the year after. Maybe the year after. It just depends on how the new signings gel. If they do go on a spending spree this summer, it depends on how the new signings gel. Because do you remember the year Pep Guardiola first came in? He made how many signings? He signed Gundogan. He signed Sane. He signed Leroy Sane. He signed
Nolito, Bravo.
He signed a lot of players that year. He signed a lot of players.
Jesus in January. Yeah, he signed a lot of players.
But this is what I'm trying to say. Like Man City made so many signings that year. It took so much time. It took a year for them to gel, and Pep blew them out with 100 points. So I don't know if it's gonna be the same scenario that Pep takes another year off. Well, not another year off, but does Pep rebuild this Man City team and then leave, and then he leaves it to the next manager? Is my question. Because Man City's future it is questionable. Do I think they'll bounce back? 100%. They've got the ownership behind it to get them back into competing at the top again. I think it'll be like a long rebuild. I don't think it'll be a long rebuild. I think it'll be like a rebuild, like maybe like a year or two rebuild, and they'll get back to the top again. 100%. I don't see City going away for a long time. They'll be back.
Well, this is the thing with football debate. We deal with hypotheticals for the majority of our debates. Like at the end of the day, we don't know what's going to happen. But I look at history because history doesn't repeat itself, but it rhymes very, very often. And I look at Liverpool in the 70s and 80s. I look at Manchester United in the 90s and 2000s. I think Manchester City will be the new dominant force in England in the 2010s and in the 2020s. That's me. You know what? Like I look at football history, I look at English football history, and I see I try and recognise patterns. Pattern recognition goes a long way. And I think City are the dominant force in England, the same way Liverpool and United were for all those years. So I can't see any way in which they won't be back. Obviously, that depends on their recruitment. It depends on their style, if they change style and whatnot.
Yeah.
But I just can't see a world where Pep Guardiola stays at a club where he hasn't won the league title within 2 years. I genuinely cannot see it. To be honest, I'm surprised he stayed at Manchester City for this long. I mean, he left Barcelona after 4 years. Left Bayern after 3.
I'm very, very surprised. I thought Pep was going to leave after 3 years, let alone like.
God, I fucking wish he did, mate.
I thought he was going to leave after the year Liverpool, or the year before Liverpool won the league, like the year when they won the 2019 Premier League. I thought that was Pep's last year, because Pep doesn't usually stay for more than 3 years at a club. But maybe because the culture at Manchester City is so good, it has a good winning culture. Maybe that's why he wanted to stay, because in English football is different compared to like a lot of others. Obviously, Barcelona, there's been a lot of behind the scenes stuff that we don't know what's going on, right? At Barca, maybe he had a fallout with Messi. Maybe he had a fallout with Iniesta. Maybe he might have had a fallout with somebody. We don't know. At Bayern Munich, he didn't win the Champions League, right? Although Pep won a lot of trophies, he didn't win the Champions League. That was the only thing I think he failed. I think Pep wanting to win the Champions League with Bayern. That's what should have happened. And I think Pep can still do it. I think Pep, he has unfinished business at Bayern Munich. I think he can go back to Bayern and win the Champions League someday, somehow. I think definitely he should do that. Go back and win the Champions League with Bayern and cement yourself, as one of the all-time greats. So, no, yeah.
Well, this is the thing. Like managers, Pep, for example, has often expressed how much he thinks the English league is the toughest in the world, but how much he likes it as well. Same with Mourinho. Now, to what extent is that because he's won 6 league titles in 7 seasons? We don't know.
No, we can't.
Yeah, exactly. But I don't know what it is about English football, to be honest. But managers just seem to love it here. I'm not really too sure why. But hey, I mean, Pep Guardiola, you win 4 league titles in a row, you're hardly going to want to leave, are you? But it goes back to my original point. I don't think he's going to stay at a club where he doesn't win the league title within 2 seasons. At the end of the day, this is the biggest winner we've probably ever seen in football history. To what, is he going to accept himself for not winning 2 league titles?
Yeah.
I mean, come on. I mean, I think his failure to win the Champions League with Bayern is humiliation enough. The fact that he didn't retain the Champions League with Barcelona. Let's not forget how hard it is to win the Champions League, by the way. Sir Alex Ferguson, widely regarded as the best manager of all time, he only won it twice in 40 plus years of management. And even one of those was a Fugazi 90th minute, and the other one was a penalty shootout. So we can't discredit Pep for only winning 3 Champions Leagues. But at the end of the day, a winner with his mentality and whatnot, he's going to be disappointed that he hasn't added more to his trophy cabinet. And this season's going to hurt for Pep. This season's really, really going to hurt for him. It's going to be a dent to his pride, to his ego, to his masculinity, to everything. So I feel if Manchester City aren't successful in the Premier League at least next season, he's going to be out the door, regardless of the contract. I don't know if you've seen the news earlier, but Matthias Cunha is going to force a move away from Wolves, despite signing a 5-year contract in January. See, these contracts, they're not the be-all and end-all, as people like to make out. So I think it's very realistic that by the summer of 2026, Pep Guardiola will no longer be the Manchester City manager. Let's not forget, next summer, he's going to be at Manchester City for 10 years. 10 years. That takes a lot of effort. That takes a lot of dedication. That takes a lot of passion. That's going to knock it out of you. Klopp, he stayed in England for what, 9 years? He admitted that he quit because he ran out of energy in the Premier League, competing for the Champions League every season. You know, from a human perspective, from a psychological perspective, it's going to hurt you more than anything, isn't it? So
it is.
I think he will leave by 2026. But at the end of the day, it's like I said earlier, we deal in hypotheticals when talking about football. So, you know, who knows, Akavan? Who knows? That's the beauty of it. We don't know what's going to happen next.
No, you're right. You just never know what's gonna happen now. But obviously, with Man City now, we've spoken about them quite a lot. What's obviously they're playing who are they playing? Leicester at home this weekend. That should be like a 5-6-0 win for me, like a slap for me. I think City completely destroy them. Even if we spoke about their drop off in terms of form this year.
Well, I mean, Leicester is shocking. I hate to say it, mate, but I know you have ties with Leicester and whatnot.
That's fine, bro. Don't worry about it.
I mentioned before we went on stream about we were talking about the earthquakes that happened in Thailand and Myanmar and whatnot, and I said, as far as I can recall, the last earthquake that happened in England was Leonardo Ulloa, if that's how you pronounce his name, scoring a last-minute winner against Norwich, which the Leicester fans celebrated so loudly it caused a mini earthquake. So I forgot what point I was making. I went on a bit of a tangent there, but
about City, I think.
Oh, about City. No, I completely forgot what I was talking about. Well, what question did you ask me again?
Is about Leicester, and I know you have.
Oh, Leicester. Oh, yeah, they're getting battered. There's not much to say. I mean, Leicester, they're such a poor side. I feel I think I've said this before on stream. There's a growing gap in quality between the Premier League and the Championship due to the parachute payments and whatnot.
Yeah.
I mean, this is going to be the second season in a row where all 3 teams that got promoted the previous season are getting relegated. I mean, at what point do you step in and say, stop giving these clubs a massive amount of money? I mean, let's not forget, Nottingham Forest, like the teams that got promoted to the Premier League in 2022, only Nottingham Forest survived the season after, to my recollection. So it's been going on for a long, long time. And honestly, I feel clubs in England get too much money. I think it rewards failure to an extent. But that's a debate for another day. So if we move on, that'll probably be better.
No, that's fair. But what's your score prediction for the Leicester Man City game?
Is that the King Power or is that the Etihad? I'm getting the fixtures up now.
Etihad, sorry. Etihad.
4-0 City.
4-0 City. I'm going 6-0 City.
Fair enough, mate.
Leicester are dreadful, bro. Even United played them off the park, bro. We're not a great side, yeah, but we still played them off the park. So yeah, City slapped them 6-0.
Fair enough. Mourinho dunked a brace on them as well, man.
Yeah.
I mean, come on.
No. Fair point. Nah. This guy's taking complete shots at you, bro. Slow it down. He's calling you Joseph, bro. What's wrong with you?
Inside joke, man. Inside joke. Don't
Or should have been affected by the corona.
Allow it.
Forest signed too many players this season. They signed too many players, but at least you know what Forest did, bro. They managed to replace the crap that they had in the Championship, and they actually brought in Premier League players. or players that have played well in the Premier League. It doesn't matter who. It doesn't matter how many players they signed that year. You can have too many players, but as long as you have players who can get you over the line in games. I think it was the manager, that they had. I think Steve Cooper wasn't a great manager. I think they were being held back by Steve Cooper.
Leicester would be in a much better position had they kept Steve Cooper,
Bro,
in my opinion.
Leicester City and Nottingham Forest are massive rivals, right? They hate each other like anything, yeah. Bro, Leicester City went and signed a Nottingham Forest reject as manager. Come on, man.
That's a good point. Do you like the Arsenal thing? No, honestly, Steve Cooper, he kept one thing I give credit
on the top is crazy, isn't it?
Pardon?
The gap between Arsenal and Liverpool is
crazy.
crazy.
Man. Go away.
Yeah, but the gap between Arsenal and Liverpool is crazy as well. So
it is. But one thing I give credit to Steve Cooper, Nottingham Forest got promoted in 2022. I think 10 out of their starting 11 that got them promoted were replaced. So he had to work with a whole new squad, essentially. 22 new players to get rid of 22 old ones, and he still managed to keep them up. I think Steve Cooper is disrespected in a way. I know he wasn't doing too well at Leicester, but I still think he'd be closer to surviving if you had kept him, rather than giving it to Ruben Nistelrooy. I personally believe so. You can disagree.
I don't think any of these two managers would have been able to do anything, bro. I think they both would have got relegated because you know why? Leicester City did not sign anyone. They did not recruit well in the summer. And the problem is with King Power, I think over the last few years, I think they've gone through a lot of not financial trouble, but I think they've gone into some sort of, I don't know how to explain it, but they've kind of struggled financially over the recent years, especially with the pandemic and everything. They hit obviously the Thailand and everything. Obviously the companies from here, and airports were closed. Well, they didn't have many passengers and flights, so I guess duty-free shopping was not at a top level. Obviously, he's making his return now, but I don't think Leicester City financially are all that great right now. That's the problem.
No.
I think they need to recruit. They definitely need to recruit, and they let go of so many of their good players. I think it's the problem. I think when Madison left, I think that's when Leicester City for me. I was like, yeah, they've lost their best player. They lost the FA Cup final winner as well, mind you. They lost the guy that won them the FA Cup, James Madison. But I also want to address this comment as well. Signing 20 plus players just to change the team weekly. Let me just say something, right? Those players kept Forest in the Premier League, and look at where Forest are right now as a club. If Forest would have kept those players that they had in the Championship, I think they go back down. I think they go back down. So, sorry, it was Tielemans. My bad. But Madison was there. He was their captain, right? Or was it Vardy that was their captain that won the FA Cup? I can't remember who it was. But yeah, I remember it was great.
Yes, Tielemans scored.
But who was their captain? On the day? Was it Madison? Was it Madison as their captain? No, Wes Morgan left a long time ago.
No, too true. My football knowledge is dead, even if I only focus on English football.
Good, bro.
I can't remember. Was it? No, can't have been Ndidi.
Don't remember who it was, but anyways, yeah, Leicester. We'll move on from that, anyways. Next up, I think we switch. I think so. The FA Cup semi-final weekend. I'm gonna go with Forest to make the FA Cup final and Aston Villa to make the FA Cup final. So you're gonna go with City and Villa FA Cup final.
It's Villa Crystal Palace, isn't it? Yeah, City Villa.
Fair enough.
City Villa. I feel that's the obvious choice, but I can't see any other way. So
we'll move on. I think that the title of the stream is Merseyside Derby. I think we'll talk a bit about that if you want as well.
Yeah, go on.
But last time Everton Liverpool met, obviously it was at Goodison. It's the last Merseyside Derby at Goodison Park. So I thought Everton put in a really good performance. I thought they should have won the game. I think really and truly, I think Everton should have won the game. They were, for me, the best team out of the two, if you ask me today. I think PSG, well, it's not PSG, but it was a bit like the way PSG played against Liverpool, but just they couldn't finish. Everton had a lot of good chances that they could have won. But I want to know your thoughts on it all. Who do you think, let's just talk about it briefly. who do you think will win that game? Like, who do you, and who do you think will? Because I think Everton might have something on the day, but I don't think they'll win the game. But they can definitely cause some trouble. Obviously, with Liverpool's recent run of games, not recent run of games, but the two recent games that they've had has kind of let them down this season. Do I think it hurts their Premier League chances? Probably not. Do
No,
I think Arsenal the gap to at least 5 points? Possibly, because I think Liverpool don't have to play a mate. They don't have to go full potential to win the league. I think Liverpool can just win the league with like. Then they need about 3 more wins to win the league. So I think they got it. It's just about they don't need to go all out in these next few games. I think Liverpool just need to go and win the next two. I think they've got it wrapped up. So yeah.
Well, I've mentioned earlier how I focus on history, like in terms of English football and whatnot. Everton, with fans in the stadium, haven't won at Anfield since 1999. I feel history is against them, and I don't think they're going to be doing that.
But does that really count because there was no fans?
Yeah, exactly. No fans. I don't know. That entire season is just a fugazi. As Matthew McConaughey says in Wolf of Wall Street. With a vengeance after getting knocked out of the Champions League and losing the Carabao Cup final. I can't see anything other than Liverpool victory. I understand David Moyes has made Everton a more resilient force. I don't think they've lost a game since his debut game as a manager. A 1-0 home defeat to Aston Villa. So obviously they're going to provide stern opposition, but I think Liverpool have the quality to overpower them, as they have done for the previous 40, 50 odd years. I feel Salah will probably get a penalty. And yeah, genuinely, that's not to spite Liverpool or spite Salah or anything. It's just in a game of this magnitude, with this stature, with the amount of passion radiating from the stands and whatnot, players are bound to make mistakes, aren't they? And I feel for Everton, it's going to hit it on their end. So overall, I think Liverpool will emerge victorious. Let's not forget, you mentioned earlier the game at Goodison Park, the brawl at the end of full time and whatnot. There's still going to be fire in their bellies for that. They're going to want revenge, and they're going to want to make sure that they do deliver the 20th Premier League title, or 20th title, I should say. So I feel Everton, they'll put up a decent fight, but Liverpool will overpower them in the end. I'll go with 2-0 Liverpool.
I'm going to go with 2-2. I think Everton might have something. Because in the last two derbies, they've turned up. So you just never know, don't you? In the last two Merseyside derbies, they've turned up. I know it's at Anfield, it's going to be a different crowd, different atmosphere. But do I think Everton can turn up? Possibly. Especially with the way Liverpool have been playing the last two games. I think Everton can look to that and be like, do you know what? If we get on the end of every ball like how we did at Goodison Park, potentially there could be something. But I don't see Everton winning the game. But I can see them getting a draw. I'm going to go with 2-2. But I still think Liverpool win the league anyways. This prediction doesn't change my my thoughts on the whole Liverpool and Arsenal thing. I think Liverpool win the league still.
This will be Arsenal at the top end of the season, Ackerman, trust me. No, in all seriousness, yeah, I've said since December that Liverpool will win the league, and there's been nothing, despite their recent wobble, that would suggest otherwise. So
at the moment, I think they took a 13-point lead on Man City. I was like, yeah, Liverpool probably gonna win it now.
Yeah, well, that's what we can do. Like I've stressed many a time on these streams that I have nothing against Liverpool. I understand you do, as you are a Manchester United fan, and you are in close proximity to a lot of Liverpool fans. But I don't have anything against Liverpool as a football club. And I congratulate them for the 20th Premier League title. And I personally believe they're the biggest club in England, but yet again, that's another debate.
No, I agree with you, bro. It hurts me as well, but I think that they are the biggest club in England now. The moment they get that 20th league title, it's done because
Scout's not English, Ackerman. Scout's not English.
Oh yeah, sure. They're Scouts, not English, isn't it? So, no, in all seriousness, though, when they get that 20th league title, right? They've equaled United, right? But also not only that, they also got more European trophies than us, more European heritage than us. So that's already another thing. They've already done more than us in the league and in Europe. So I know they only have 2 Premier League titles, but it's still leagues. Like you still got to win them. So they're gonna equal us, and that's it. They're gonna get the big club status back. Sorry, the biggest club status back. I already think they're a bigger club than us, anyways. In terms of the way we are. Sorry, let me repeat that again. I'm starting to crazy right now. Sorry.
It's all right, man. Take it.
Actually, I don't really care. Fuck Liverpool, anyways. But now, the thing is, right? They've already got that biggest club status, in my opinion, anyways. Because the moment they got more major honors than us, all that's left for them is just to equal us on league titles. That's about it. Literally, that's all about it. They have to just have to equal. That's done. So they're gonna do that, I think, soon. Well, this season is gonna happen. So, but we'll see. We'll see next season if they overtake us or not. If they overtake us, then yeah, it's done. I ain't calling us a big club no more in England, like the biggest club in England no more. We are so we are the second biggest club in England. If you ask me,
you two are comfortably the top 2 in England. There's no debate around that.
Oh yeah. Probably, yeah, for sure. But Liverpool right now will be bigger than us. In terms of global fan base, in terms of size, financial, United will dominate that. But in terms of who I think will, but in terms of like success, Liverpool are better than us, 100%. So yeah, that's wrapped. But yeah, I'm gonna go with Liverpool. I'm gonna go with 2-2 draw.
No, that's wishful thinking, Acker, like I say. Obviously, anything can happen in football, but I can't see anything other than a Liverpool victory personally. And obviously, football is a game of opinions, and I respect yours. And I hope they do drop points because it gives Arsenal a bit of hope. But knowing our luck, we'll lose 1-0 to Fulham. So, you know.
But speaking of Arsenal, we're gonna go to Arsenal next. They are the number 2. They are the second biggest club in England. Are they? According to some Arsenal fans.
Hey, Akvin, like I say many a time, X/Twitter, their words on the screen. Nada, Fugazi, they don't mean anything.
No, I'm kidding.
Don't listen to these muppets, honestly. When you speak to Arsenal fans, and this is what people don't understand, when you listen to Arsenal fans in real life, they're a lot more rational than you'd think they were based on what you see online. And I guess that's the same for every fan base, but for us especially. Like, there's a lot more fans like me online that say it how it is. So. Don't highlight this guy, man. He's killing me.
Name and shame, isn't it?
Yeah, piss off.
Name, no, but we'll go to Arsenal next since they're second in the Premier League right now. I think we've got to go to them next. We spoke with the champions of England, and we talked about the potential champions, and we'll go to the second place in the Premier League. So Arsenal next. Go on, the floor is yours.
Well, what can I say? Arteta's
back as well.
He is. That's what I was going to lead on with. Arteta has admitted in his press conference earlier today, or later tonight in your case, that Saka is up and running. He is available to play against Fulham. Me personally, I don't want to see him play. I don't think he should be playing again up until May, considering the severity of his injury.
Whether you cut off there.
I'm not the Arsenal club doctor, so what do I know, essentially? Lagging at the minute. Don't see his base just fuck, by the way. But anyway, alright, good. No, but I mean, what do I say? It's been a disappointing season for us, but I do feel that with Fulham getting humiliated at home to Crystal Palace in the FA Cup, I feel the confidence will be low, and now is the perfect time to play them. Having said that, I have pointed out before that in all of Arteta's seasons, he seems to have struggled against the same managers. Your Sean Dyches, your David Moyes, your Marco Silvas, and so on and so forth. Arteta always seems to struggle against Marco Silva. He hasn't beaten him in 3 successive Premier League games. So now's the time to right the wrongs. Now's the time to put in a performance and put a tiny bit of pressure on Liverpool before the Merseyside derby. I've said to you many a time, we're not going to win the league this season. I had hope that we'd win the league this season. This was the most optimistic I felt about a league season since 2015. But like in 2015, I think the highest we can get is second place. So, in terms of what I think the result will be, I think it will be a scrappy 1-0 Arsenal victory. And ahead of a tough trip to Goodison Park, I reckon that will put us in good stead. And obviously, the only two games that really matter from an Arsenal perspective are the Madrid quarter-final, I should say. So,
Yeah.
It's important that we gather momentum ready for that game. And I do think we'll win 1-0 victory. Like I said previously, Arteta does always struggle against the likes of Marco Silva, but I reckon we'll have just about enough to push through Fulham that will be low in confidence after their FA Cup exit on Saturday.
Nah, he's not drunk, bro. Leave him alone. Nah, he's playing against Real Madrid. Do you think he should start against Real Madrid though? Because obviously, like, we've raised concerns about fitness. We've raised concerns about how Arteta's running to the ground, and all that stuff. But do you think that he will? Do you think he will start? And do you think he should start?
To be honest, Ackman, I think he'll start against Fulham, which is insane to think about. But that's the kind of manager Arteta is. He's definitely going to start both games against Madrid should he not get injured beforehand. And I don't think he should start. Like I said earlier, I don't think he should start until May. But
yeah,
you know what Arteta's like as a manager. He did say back in 2022 that the likes of Messi and Ronaldo, they play 70 games a season, which makes them the best. And if Saka is going to reach those levels or perform as consistently as they have, he's going to have to play those amount of games. And that's his way of thinking. I feel like you look into Arsenal's lineups earlier in this season, he's started against Bolton. He's come on against Preston previously, where those minutes of rest could have easily avoided his hamstring strain against Crystal Palace, but they didn't in the end. And like I've said, I've criticised Arteta's inability to rotate or stubbornness to rotate many a time. But at the end of the day, we're going to need a match fit for the Real Madrid quarter-final. Because if we are going to progress against Madrid, we're going to need them fit and available. There's no doubt about that. I don't want people on stream to think I'm a Debbie Downer, but I don't think we'll beat Real Madrid. I feel, obviously, European heritage will shine through and whatnot. But if we are to beat them, it is more likely that we beat them with Saka available. So we're going to need a match fit. But before Real Madrid, we play Everton away at Goodison Park. And I don't want to see Saka at Goodison Park because he'll get roughened up to oblivion. So if you have to play him, give him 20 minutes against Fulham. Keep him on the training pitch, keep him focused, keep him match fit, ready for the Real Madrid first leg.
Fitness is important, and Saka's been so important for you guys. And when he went out, a lot of Arsenal fans were, I wouldn't say stressed, but they were like, yeah, see, the season's over. Like, your season's over. And injuries have definitely played a toll on it's definitely taken a toll on your season. However, do I think Arsenal they've played well without him in certain games. I think they've definitely had a good run of wins. I think they've scored 5 against City, 7 against PSV. Like, they've definitely had some good goal scoring games, but I think Saka in attack is definitely going to be crucial for you guys. But do I think it'll change much? Probably not, because of the way Arsenal have been playing the season. And I think you definitely need a killer in front of goal, and that's what I think. When Saka doesn't get the output, who else does? In the Arsenal team is my question. But Madrid didn't look good enough against Leganes. But bro, this is where I'll stop you. I'll stop you here. Real Madrid didn't look good against Leganes. 2 freak moments in defense. That's it. And I think do you know what it is? Real Madrid. I don't think Arsenal will win against Real Madrid. I don't see Arsenal winning against Real Madrid. I don't see Arsenal standing a chance against Real Madrid. I think Real Madrid, when it comes to European football, it's their competition. They turn up. It's the Champions League is their competition. they're going to turn up and win this Champions League. Like when Mbappe, Vini, Rodrigo start banging in the goals. If they start banging the goals against Arsenal, it's done for me. They're gonna win that league because, like I said last year, Real Madrid did not need to be amazing against Man City to win that game. They were unbelievable against. They went to the final. Didn't play well against Dortmund, but they won the Champions League. Like I said, you don't have to be amazing to win. You just need to get the job done. You just need to score goals that wins you games. So you need to get over the line, right? With Real Madrid, they don't need to be perfect in every game. They have moment players. They have players that can win you games in moments, that can turn up in moments, and that's what I think Real Madrid are just gonna win. I think they'll win the whole thing. Arsenal can definitely, like, Arsenal for me are a good side, but I don't think they'll get past Real Madrid. No, sorry, go on, mate. Just wanted to get that point across.
Well, no, I agree with you completely in terms of our chances against Madrid. I think we're more than capable of giving them a very tough game. It could get to the point where we push them to extra time, but like at the end of the day, it links back to football heritage. It links back to the history of football that I keep barking on about, that I keep paying close attention to. I just don't feel like we have the mentality nor the European heritage to get past them. Now, I mentioned history. We're one of the few clubs in Europe that Real Madrid haven't beaten yet in the Champions League. So I don't know. Will that work out against us? My instinct is saying law of averages will make us lose. But I'm a superstitious fan, in case your chat haven't noticed already. And I just, it's honestly depressing, Akavan. It's honestly depressing. Like, I don't really know what to say because I think it's a formality, really. I think it's a formality that we win the Champions League. Oh, no, not that we win the Champions League, sorry. That Real Madrid get past us and win the Champions League. I just don't see any way in which we're going to cause them problems over 180 minutes. And that hurts for me to say because I'm an Arsenal fan. And I fucking love this club before anything. I remember my first game in 2015, I first laid my eyes on the Emirates and I fell in love with it completely. That I felt like I belonged at this club, but at the end of the day, I'm a realist / a pessimist. A lot of people call me a pessimist in real life. I probably am. But at the end of the day, can you blame me? Because this club disappointed me season after season. And I think after this 120 minutes, or 180 minutes, I should say, or 210 minutes, whatever it's going to be, I think I'm going to feel disappointed again. Because this club, it doesn't have the mentality, it doesn't have the backbone, it doesn't have the manager, and it doesn't have the players to cause Real Madrid enough harm to knock them out, in my personal opinion. And I see you shaking your head, you're loving this, but it's true. It's true. There's no getting away from it. This club is just not built for Europe. Our best squads in our history couldn't do well in Europe.
I can say the same for my club, but except we have European titles. That's the only difference between us two. The only thing is we have European titles, and you guys don't.
Domestic titles.
But still, everything's depressing with my club as well. So I hear it, bro. I hear it. So go on, continue what you're saying, bro.
Well, no. If you want to give me I don't know. If you want me to give me a preview of the Champions League game, I think we'll do that later on. But if you want me to give you a preview, I think Real Madrid will sucker punch us 2-0 at the Emirates. I reckon it'll be 2 counter-attacking goals. I don't see any hope. And that's the life of an Arsenal fan. The natural state is disappointment. And I'm bracing myself to be disappointed again. Now, obviously, there's plenty of fans, like you mentioned earlier on X, that will believe that we do have a chance. And at the end of the day, I don't blame them because you choose the way you support your club. And it's not up to me to tell you how to support the club. If you think that we will, fair enough. If you think that we're the best club in the world and we're going to go on a 10-match winning streak and Liverpool are going to bottle it and we're going to win the league and the Champions League and we're going to win it all, fair enough. It's your life. I'm not going to tell you how to live your life. But I just can't see it, Akavan. I honestly can't. We don't have the European pedigree to compete, unfortunately. That's the be-all and end-all of it. There's nothing else much for me to say. I think Real Madrid will win 2-0 at the Emirates, and it will be a 2-0 or 3-0 victory for Real Madrid at the Bernabeu. Not much else for me to say.
I'm gonna go with. I'm not gonna give my Champions League predictions just yet, but I said Real Madrid will go through. I don't know where they'll go through. Probably at home, but what about the Fulham game? Obviously, how are you feeling ahead of the Fulham game? And yeah.
Well, I mentioned earlier, Arteta's got a terrible record against Marco Silva, so we're not going to find it very easy, but I think we will win because I think we have to win. I say about we normally bottle it when we have to win, but I think the pressure's off us to an extent because Liverpool are 12 points clear, so we'll play with less of a handbrake on, and I think we will. Like we did against Chelsea, like we did switch. I think you asked me how I feel. I do feel a bit nervous because of the aforementioned Arteta record and whatnot against the same sort of managers. The fact that we haven't beaten Fulham in 3 games, which is humiliating enough as it is.
That is crazy.
That is insane.
That's crazy. I'm not beating Fulham in 3 games. That's mad.
Yeah, I don't want to talk about Fulham because I believe it was the home game in August 2023 that cost us the league, but I don't want to delve into that rabbit hole because it just pisses me off and depresses me.
I understand, bro. It's okay.
Yeah, but I think we will grind out a 1-0 victory. And we'll close the gap to 9 points before Liverpool smash Everton. So.
I think you will win 2-1.
Oh, thank you very much. Yeah.
I reckon you'll win. I reckon you'll scrape it at home 2-1, and then you'll see, and then we'll see what happens on the weekend against who do you play on the weekend? Who do you play against? Liverpool. Sorry, Liverpool. What am I saying? Liverpool. Who do you guys play this weekend? Oh. I think Josh will come back in a bit. But make sure you guys liking the video, subscribe to the channel. So yeah, but I just checked this Everton away, so it's gonna be a tough game for Arsenal. Do I think he plays Saka? Yeah, and yeah, thank you, Don. Yeah, you do play Everton at home. Everton away. Sorry, it's early kickoff as well. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see what happens. Do I think Arsenal will win? Possibly. I think Arsenal can win. But then again, do the league games mean much now? Well, they're all consolation at this point. But do I think Arsenal have a chance of winning the league? I say probably 15% chance of winning the league. I understand you, bro. Saka shouldn't. In my opinion, I don't think Saka should even play these 2 games alone. I think Saka should be coming off the bench in these 2 games. I think Saka should be rested, if you ask me. Really and truly, I think Saka should be rested because he's just come back from his first proper injury in his career, right? Arteta's run him to the ground. He's not had much. He's been overplayed, let's say. So yeah. So I think this will be Arteta's decision. Do I think he shouldn't? I don't think he should play these 2 games, but we'll see. Everton away, it's going to be a tough game, early kickoff as well. But Fulham at home, Arsenal should win the game 2-1. But yeah, we move on. Next game, who do I think? Let's see your next game. The next game we talk about. How many games? Obviously, every game is happening. Which games do you want to talk about?
Let me get up the fixtures real quick.
Yeah, no worries. We'll get through the predictions and we'll do 1, 2, 3 rounds before you can go.
Nottingham Forest, Man United. That'll be a fun game to watch. Right?
Yeah, we'll do Forest, Man United. But let's get through predictions actually quickly before I talk about Forest, Man United. Wolves against West Ham. I'll go 2-1 Wolves. Home win.
2-1 West Ham. I'll go the opposite direction.
Bournemouth against Ipswich. 4-1 Bournemouth.
2-0 Bournemouth.
Brighton Aston Villa.
I'll be there for that one. That'll be tough.
I want to go
2
2-1.
2-0 Villa. 2-0 Villa.
2-1 Villa. We already did City Leicester. 6-0 Man City. You said 4-0. Newcastle Brentford. 3-1 Newcastle. That's
a
first
good
game.
shout, actually. I think I'll go 3-1 as well.
That's their first game back since the Carabao Cup win.
Ignore the hairline, lads.
It's fine, bro. My first video that I uploaded on my channel was with you without the cap anyway. So.
Oh well, never mind.
But I think this is Newcastle's first game back at home since the Carabao Cup win. So the atmosphere and the reception is going to be incredible.
It is.
It's going to be incredible, this reception. I think Newcastle will slap 3-1. So you're saying 3-1 as well?
Yeah, I am. I agree with you on everything you said there.
Southampton Crystal Palace, dead rubber game. 3-1 Crystal Palace. Southampton are getting relegated comfortably. Surely.
5-0 Palace.
Oh.
Southampton is shocking, honestly.
Oh, we forgot to talk about Chelsea versus Spurs.
That's on, is it?
Yeah. I mean, Spurs, they've only got the Europa League left to play for. They've only got Europa League left to play for. Ange's job is in jeopardy. They've not been playing well in the league. Chelsea haven't got the better of Tottenham over the recent times. They've got the better of Spurs over the recent times. I think Chelsea will win the game. I'm really not going to talk about it much. I mean, Chelsea not had a good second half of the season, personally, in my opinion. Do I think Chelsea will still? I think they can get Champions League, sure, but do I think that Chelsea? Hold on. Do I think Chelsea can? Yeah, they'll win a trophy. They'll win the Conference League, but do I think they'll do anything else? Not really. Just I think top 4 in Conference League is what I think for Chelsea. So I think Chelsea win this game 2-0. What are you saying?
I don't agree with you on the scoreline, but I agree with you on the reasoning. Like I said, both teams. I mean, Chelsea, they're probably going to win Conference League. Spurs, they're probably going to get knocked out of the Europa League. That's a predictable outcome for both clubs. I feel these are two clubs that are very low in confidence. Probably low in quality as well, if we're being completely honest. No offense to Ferrari and Chelsea fans in chat, but yeah, neither of you two are very good teams, if I'm being completely honest. Having said that, it is at Stamford Bridge. I think Chelsea will get the job done. Spurs are a very, very poor outfit under Ange Postecoglou. Should have been sacked ages ago, if I'm being completely honest. And
I agree.
I'll go with a 2-1 Chelsea victory. It'll be tight. It'll be tough.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, it is Spurs. And Chelsea will have just about enough firepower in order to keep them out.
I think now, with Newcastle's game in hand, I think Newcastle will get top 4. I think Newcastle. If Newcastle win their game in hand, they go above Chelsea by a point. They have a game in hand. I don't remember who it was against, but they definitely have a good chance to get back into the top 4, potentially for next season. And Newcastle getting Champions League will be massive. I think they'll have a good transfer window. Yeah, this is the problem. Cole Palmer is really out of form right now. He's not had much to offer. The output's not really there. Do I think he can get back to it? 100%. He's a really talented player. I think he can definitely get back to his consistent, output that he's been giving Chelsea. But do I think he continues that this week? I'm not so sure. But I still think Chelsea win the game regardless. So I'm gonna go with the 2-0 Chelsea win. And let me just quickly see if there's any other results I need to talk about. Any other games I need to talk about? No, not really. All right, Forest Man United. Look,
I'll let you hit it off on that one.
I'll quickly go over this one. United have had 2 good games against. I'd say the past 3 games I thought we played quite well. I think Arsenal we played well. I think we played well against Ipswich, even though we conceded 2 goals. Well, even Ipswich is shit, but I mean, we should be beating them at home anyways. The fact that we beat them with 10 men is like, I thought you couldn't win a game with 10 men. But then again, we go to we had a must-win game against Sociedad. We got the job done. 4-1 was a very, very good win. I liked the way we played that day. And then away at Leicester was a good, comfortable 3-0 win as well. 7 goals in 2 games. I like that. And hopefully we continue this game. Hopefully continue this form. Continue winning games. We'll see. Do I think we'll go on a consistent run of games? No. This month is going to be the toughest month, I think, of the season. It's already April where I am. United have got Forest away. Then we go City. Then we play City at home in the derby this weekend. We got Lyon in the Champions League away. It's like Europa League away. Sorry, my bad. Not Champions League. Europa League.
You wish.
I wish. I wish Champions League. Europa League. Newcastle away in the Prem. Then we got Lyon at home in the Europa League. Then we got Wolves. We got Wolves at home in the Prem. Then we got Bournemouth away, and then, yeah, bro. United have got a tough April coming up. Forest away, City at home, Lyon away, Newcastle away, Lyon at home, Wolves home, Bournemouth away.
That is well hard.
That is a tough run of games. So I think we got 7 games this month. Yeah, 7 games this month, barring the potential Europa League. If for example we go through, we don't know if we'll play in the latter in April again. But the 2 Lyon games is where I'm looking at and be like, yeah, we have to win those games. And I want us to beat City as well, because it's a Manchester derby, and I would love to win that game. And I think we can win against Wolves at home. But other than that, I think we lose every other game. Forest the way we lose. I think Newcastle the way we lose away at Bournemouth. City, I think we'll draw. Lyon, I think we get through against Lyon. Wolves, I think we can beat. But other than that, I don't see us winning any of the games, bro. It's gonna be one hell of a tough month.
Well, what can I say? At the end of the day, football's full of surprises. Football's unpredictable. You may be able to win every game, Akivin. I don't know. I don't know how likely it is.
No, I have no confidence in us winning every other game, bro. If we win every game in April, right? That's not which is not going to happen. But if we do win every game in April, that's going to be it's definitely going to raise the bar within this team 100%, because it'll hopefully push us on to go win that Europa League, hopefully. But I don't see us winning every other game. It's gonna be crazy. If we win every game, that's gonna be crazy. That's gonna be one crazy month. So yeah, we'll see. But I don't see us being Lyon and Wolves. I don't see us winning any other game. Maybe the derby, we'll see. I'll see how we play against Forest, and then I'll give my predictions on the derby. But other than that, I don't see us winning every other game. So yeah, I was gonna go straight with a prediction: Forest 2-0 or 2-1 win. Forest will win the game. We ain't winning away at Forest. We're gonna lose that game.
You know what? I reckon you might. I'm gonna be bold here. I reckon you'll win 2-1. Fernandez with a brace. Nah. I'm not taking the piss. Genuinely, I genuinely see it. Hey,
Forest needs.
I don't know. Your club, yeah. It doesn't matter how shit you are. You always turn up for games where you don't expect. So I would not be surprised.
Forest can afford to lose this game because they're so many points. They're 5 points ahead of Chelsea. They're 6 ahead of City, and they're 7 ahead of Newcastle and Brighton. So, but they're 4 behind Arsenal. So they're gonna want to win this game. That's the thing. They're going to want to win this game. I think Forest win the game 2-1. I can see us scoring and then we'll concede right away, because that's what United always do. We'll score and then we'll concede right away.
Manchester United will win 2-1.
I hope you're right. I hope I'm
wrong.
It doesn't affect you, to be honest. It does,
because if Forest win, they're only a point behind us.
Nah, because you guys will beat Fulham, in my opinion.
No.
We play on the same day, so and I think your game happens first.
Yeah, I think it does.
So that's why I think you guys will win the game. There's no pressure playing first, then there is pressure playing afterwards, in my opinion. So I think you'll win. I think you'll win the game. I think we'll lose the game. United will have the ball more, but I don't know about that. don't know. We had the ball more. I don't know if Forest are going to play a low block, because if we play against a low block, we're screwed. You honestly don't play well against low blocks. We always struggle against low block teams. So that's the problem. So
Does
yeah.
any team play well against a low block?
Well, there are teams that have good finishers. Can definitely score. I can definitely take the chances. So yeah, we'll see.
Oh well.
But I'm
I
gonna
don't
go
know.
with a Forest win.
It's remarkably similar how similar both our clubs are. I mean, I've said it before. Our clubs are very similar in terms of how they ran and on the pitch how they perform. Because you mentioned how much you struggle against a low block. Hey, trust me, Arteta cannot coach against a low block. It's actually insane how similar we are in terms of our incompetence. It's just you've got a richer history, both domestically and European-wise. So, we can't really chat to you in that aspect. But
I hear it.
moving on. Yeah.
I hear it. I think that's it. That's all about it about Premier League. There's news about Thomas Muller, leaving Bayern Munich. I don't know if you heard about that. End of an era. He's been a one club man all his life, and he's leaving. So it's definitely gonna be a weird. It's gonna be a weird feeling not seeing Thomas Muller at Bayern Munich, isn't it?
It is indeed.
Icon
It's
of
going to
game.
be weird him not scoring in a 5-1 victory against us either.
Hey, listen. That should have happened. That should have happened last year, shouldn't it? But yeah.
Bro, we should have won last year. This is what I hark back to. We haven't got the mentality when it matters. Bayern Munich had no away fans at the Emirates, and we were still lucky to come away with a 2-2 draw.
There's
Sums it up.
the Coppa Italia semi-final, Milan derby.
Where's it been? Oh,
AC Milan at home, but I think Inter go to the final.
yeah. 2-0 Inter.
But it's 2 legs, so
First leg 2-0 Inter.
And then second leg will happen later this month. And then you obviously got what's his team again? But Empoli and it's Bologna. I think Bologna got to the final.
Yeah, I don't see why not. Champions League club, Bologna. Gave us the Aura Master Calafiori. I don't see why they won't make it to the final.
Joshua Zirkzee.
No, well, world-class talents, Akoven. World-class talents. What can I say?
And Real Madrid play Sociedad in the Copa del Rey.
They're 1-0 up from the first leg, aren't they?
Yeah, 1-0 up.
2-1 Real.
And then you got the sorry?
Professional. 2-1 victory for Real.
I think Real Madrid 3-0. Atletico Madrid Barcelona. That's gonna be a classic because we saw what happened in the first leg 4-4. So Barca have been involved in some classic games this season, haven't they? They've been involved in some frenzy games, freak frenzy games. So I'm gonna go with I think Barca go to the final. I think they win 2-1. Away in Madrid. It'll be a Barca Real Madrid final, Copa del Rey final.
2-1 Atleti. I think Atletico will push through. They've performed really well this year for their squad size and whatnot. They need a piece of silverware to put on the table. And I think they'll turn up against Barcelona. I think Barcelona's main priority is La Liga and the Champions League. I think Copa del Rey, that can wait a while for them. So,
and then you have the cup final. I said cups, and then the DFB Pokal semi-final, Armenia versus Leverkusen. I think Leverkusen go to the final. Stuttgart Leipzig. I think Leipzig will win.
Stuttgart will win.
I think Leverkusen will win the whole thing.
So do I, but I think they'll beat Stuttgart in the final.
Fair enough. But yeah, I think Leverkusen win the whole thing. Milan always beat Inter this season. Madrid and Barcelona struggle against lower blocks. Forest is mostly counter-attack. Fair enough, I had the ball more. But yeah, I think that's about it for the Premier League. I think let's go to footy bingo. If you're ready for that.
Of course. Do you want me to do it on my computer?
Yeah.
All right.
That'd be nice. That'd be nice, bro. And people, while he's doing it, make sure you guys are smashing the like button. Make sure you're hitting subscribe. Let's get 200 subs before the end of April. I think 190 before a week before April ends will be nice, and then we'll get to 200. So let's get there, people. I think 200 is the goal now. Like it says in the subtitle of my icon, it says road to 200 subs. We're 30 away. We're 30 away, and 11 of you watching. Click the link and subscribe. Click the subscribe button. It's right there.
Subscribe,
People.
lads.
Right. And Josh himself will obviously post videos very, very soon. I think he'll definitely upload some clips of his own. And yeah, I think I can recommend you some videos as well. I think you should do like some fun challenges on YouTube, and you'll definitely gain some traction.
You reckon that? Yeah, I'm in the midst of editing a Arsene Wenger why he should have left in 2014 video, but that's going to be long in the work because I've got many stuff going on. I go to university, so there's a lot of stuff going on. But
that's fine, bro.
That will be up by July, I'd say. That's setting low standards. It'll be up by June.
That's fair. But you've got all the uni stuff as well going on.
Yeah, all that nonsense.
If you need help editing, let me know.
Do bear with me, lad.
No, that's all right, man. No worries. Just if you need help with editing, let me know.
Wait a minute, I'm gonna share my screen with you.
Yeah, no worries. All good, man. All good. Let me know.
I use Adobe Premiere Pro for editing anyway.
And people, also, if you're interested in NBA, I'm going live again in an hour on the channel. Excuse me. I'm going live again on the channel. We're going to be doing the Hoops Pod every single Monday. It happens at 9 p.m. UK time. So make sure you guys tune into that one. If you're NBA fans, if you love basketball, you can tune in. The podcast happens every single Monday. So yeah, I will see you guys in an hour. But here we have some footy bingo. So the code's up on the screen. Make sure you guys are clicking or scanning the QR code to play.
I'm sharing my screen right now.
Yeah, no worries, mate. No worries. I've just seen it. So.
All right, cheers.
The code's here, so make sure you guys are clicking the code. So here's the. Oops.
K3705.
Yeah. Here you go. Just copy this.
I'm locked in.
Let's copy this right here.
Hopefully, I'll get a bingo this.
If you guys are unsure of the website, it's playfootball.games. Excuse me. It's playfootball.games, and you guys can click the footy bingo, and it's right there. If you have missed the code, you can obviously swipe back. You can obviously rewind the video back to. You can replay the part where the code's up on the screen, and you can enter the code. No problem at all. But yeah, Huey's tuned in, Arian's tuned in, I've tuned in, Josh is tuned in. Just waiting for let's wait for another person, and then we'll start. Or if you want to do 2 more, we can start.
Yeah, I'm expecting Agassia and Cameron to join as well. If they don't, I'll be thoroughly disappointed.
They've gone oddly quiet since ever since they've this.
Yeah, I know.
I've got my pal in the chat. 2 of my pals in the chat, and then Don. See if you like to play as well. You can click the link and then head over to Footy Bingo. You can play it on your phone as well. You don't have to open the tablet. This is literally like a play anywhere game. You know what I'm saying? But you do need Wi-Fi. But 60 gig, you have to use Safari. But yeah, no, I think wait for one other person and we'll start. There's 14 of you watching. Make sure you guys play if you want to play as well. You can literally scan the QR code and hop on. It's live. But yeah, we're waiting for another person and then we'll start.
We'll wait for one more person, Akib, and decide.
Yeah, no, wait for another person, and then we'll start. Or if you want to start now, I think we'll just start. I think we're waiting for another person. It'll take some time.
All right, then. I'll start now.
Yeah, we'll start now. Yeah, start now.
I'll stop sharing my screen.
Yeah, no worries. We'll be right back once the game ends.
What? Oh, you prick.
I'm done.
I cocked up yet again.
I was forced to click Aspilicueta for the Golden Boot in Champions League because I didn't have any other option left. It was my last guess, but
I accidentally put Sabozla as a Frenchman. For fuck's sake.
I don't remember if Haaland. I don't remember if Haaland played for. I don't remember if Haaland won the Golden Boot in the Champions League or not. I don't remember if he ever won it, the Golden Boot in the Champions League. I don't. Did he win it? Did he win it last in the year they won the treble? I can't remember. He was one.
I think he might have won it with Dortmund, but I might be mistaken there.
I'm not so sure if he won it the year that they won the Champions League. That City won the Champions League. I can't remember what it was. But yeah.
Ian, right. I can't.
But yeah, I'm ready for the next game. If you are,
I'm still going. See, I didn't press the button in time, so now I've put Dominic Szoboszlai as a Frenchman, for goodness sake.
He's
Hungarian.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So did I. I struggled a little bit as well, but I still managed to get one wrong.
Oh, I'm definitely not beating you. Did Harry? Oh, I don't know. Oh, that's sad. Okay. 4th out of 4. Nice. Brilliant. Terrible. Terrible from me. I'm going to start another game.
No worries, bro.
That was so bad. Oh my word. I was going to put Nicholas Anelka for Frenchman. For some reason, I delayed by about 9 seconds. And as soon as I noticed that a France flag was there, I pressed it. Turns out Dominic Szoboszlai was selected instead. Terrible.
No worries, bro.
I'm going to share the code again.
Yeah, I'm just quickly waiting. There's more people that are tuning in, but make sure you guys are, clicking the like button and subscribing. Here's the code for the second game. So it's L6 P0. All right, cool. All right, here's the code. Yeah, for the second game. Make sure you guys are, if you haven't already joined, make sure you guys do join. We'd love to get a bigger audience as well in this game. Currently, three have joined. The code's on the screen. You can scan the QR code or click, or the website's right there. Playfootball.games, and then you go to football bingo, and then that's where it all. So yeah, 17 of you watching. If you'd like to join, please do so if you haven't done so already. I think we'll wait for another person or two more. I don't mind.
I will try and get one more person. And
Yeah, we'll wait for one more person and then we'll start. Yeah.
Yeah. Wait a minute.
Just a reminder, you guys can also still play the last bingo if you like. If you'd like to, you can replay the video back, and I think the code will still be there. The game's not expired yet, but there's also a new one on the screen. So if you'd like to join the new one, go join the new one if you'd like. But yeah, still waiting for another person. If not, then I think we'll wait for another minute or two, and if not, then we'll start.
Yeah.
But the code's on the screen. People would like to join. Sorry, go on. What were you saying?
No, I was just talking to myself. My bad.
No worries. But yeah, people, those who are slowly tuning in to the stream, I am going live again in an hour. If you'd like to tune into NBA shows, if you'd like to tune into like NBA basketball, if you're interested in basketball, if you're a massive fan of NBA as a whole, I'm going live in an hour again. I'm going live at 9 p.m. UK time It's called the Hoops Pod NBA. Make sure you guys do tune into that one if you love basketball. I think that's the start, man. It's gonna, it's gonna take a while. We had 4 the last time, so yeah.
Right, I'll start the game.
But I think we're starting now, yeah, and yeah.
I'll stop sharing again.
Yeah, no worries. And we'll be back straight after the game.
Exactly. Two dots so far. Window newness.
Yeah, I'm done. That was not
You're
great.
quick. Fucking hell.
Much faster than last time. I got one wrong. I didn't get Denmark.
Super. I've still got 32 players left, mate. Ashley. Manuel Dennis, is he Cameroonian?
I don't know.
That's tough.
I skipped him.
Fair enough. This is well tough. Would they count Carl Walker as played in the Italian top division? I don't know, but I've put him anyway.
No, he did. I'll
Yeah, but I don't know if it's that. I don't know if that's that. If it's that recent.
No, he did. He played for AC Milan, so that counts.
I
I
just
think
need
we'll
a
do.
Dutchman.
Yeah. Sorry,
I just need a Dutchman, then I'm done.
I needed a Danish guy. I didn't even get him. I think I might have accidentally skipped one.
Fucking Jorginho. Okay, never mind. I'll just click Dutch anyway. Definitely not got a bingo. But... Oh, I was only 2 players off. And yet I'm still 4th. Never mind. Okay.
Unlucky.
3 points off.
Did anyone get bingo last time out?
I don't think they did, no. I'm going to start one more game.
No worries. Let me have a look at the
I'm going to make
last
it
one.
global instead of English League.
Yeah. No, I think global is where we always play. I've got the highest twice in a row, even though well, it doesn't count though because I didn't get bingo, so I'm not gonna gloat over it. But we'll do.
Oh,
we'll do
you might as
one
well
last.
take the win.
We'll do one last one. I think
Share me screen again.
No worries. I think next time
Yeah.
we'll do tic-tac-toe if you like as well. Footy tic-tac-toe. And I think next round we'll do it. So here you go, people. The code's on the screen. Just about to get it up right now. Just quickly enter the code and then, yeah. The code is LSK.
Oh, I think Cam's going to hop on.
No worries. LSK. Here it is. Oh, he's going to hop on stream or is he going to hop on
No, he's going to hop on Footy Bingo, hopefully.
We're going to wrap up after this, so if he can't, then he can still rewind the show back in. He can still go back and then, yeah. But yeah, like I said,
4 players already. We just need one more, lads. Come on.
Codes on the screen. 18 of you watching. Links on the screen, bro. The links on the screen. It's playfootball.games, and the code. I go to Footy Bingo, and the code is LSKOM. That's it. Cam. Yeah.
LSKOM. Easy, lads. Come on.
We're gonna wrap up after this, so make sure you guys play. It's gonna be the last game we play today. Obviously, if you do watch it back,
I'll give it 1 more minute.
If you watch the video back, the links are all there. You can play it whilst you're off, and then comment your scores in the comments of the video once you're done playing. And let's see who's got bingo. But yeah, we're waiting for one more person, and then we'll start, and then yeah, we'll wrap up there. But 18 of you watching, there's so many of you watching. You guys could easily hop on and play. It's the code's right there on the screen, lads. It's right there on the screen. If you are watching and you are tuning in, because Footy Bingo has been a theme in the past few shows with Josh now on the stream. It's actually been quite fun. So I'd like to continue more of this. Pretty much in every footy stream we're gonna do a Footy Bingo. So make sure you guys do tune in over the course of the week. I think we'll get some out of the way if Premier League football does not, obviously. Well, there's gonna be Prem football this week, so we're not gonna do much. But on Friday after the Prem show, we're gonna do some. And yeah, and F1's gonna be on Saturday, so make sure you guys tune into all that. NBA is today in an hour, so I'll be straight back after this. Yep, we've got 5 people, so let's start.
Let's go. Should have been more. I pushed out for more.
Unless Cam wants to join as well.
No, unfortunately,
Cam,
he's.
Cam, you can pause the video and then you can go back and rewind it. It's right there. But yeah, we're gonna be back. You can rewind the video and then the code's right there.
Strutman. No. Shit.
Yeah, I'm just finished. Didn't do well. 39 points. Got 3 wrong, but it was options that I couldn't click on. I should have clicked on earlier, but it's all good. Josh, you done? Oh, by the way, I have just got the news that Erling Haaland will miss
Just need an
the
English golden boot.
final. Will miss most
Bingo.
of the final. So
Might be. No, it was. Oh, I was one player off. Screw you.
unlucky.
But I did finish top.
Yeah, it was really tough, man. I can't lie. It was. Don't worry, mate. You weren't the only one. But yeah, I
I finished top, unlike my manager.
just got the news that Erling Haaland is going to miss the most of the final part due to an ankle injury. Is that going to affect Man City in the long run? Do you think? Do you think it's going to affect them?
Well, I think I said earlier about my move. I reckon he's more than an adequate replacement for the final team.
He's not playing against United this weekend, so it might be a bit of a miss for them this weekend. I still think it'll be a tough game for United, regardless. I don't know about us winning the game or whatnot, but yeah, Haaland will not play this weekend against United. Excuse me. But yeah.
Thank you everyone for joining on the football bingo.
Yeah.
I'm mainly saying that because I did win the last game, but regardless, having 7 people on is fantastic for us. Brilliant progress since we started doing this a few streams ago. So thank you for that.
100%, man. Like I said, big up to everyone. So let me say that probably with a straight with the face on the camera, not well, face down. Sorry about that. Let's say it properly. Thank you for 170 subs. Thank you for the support and the love that you've shown in the past month. It's been a busy March in terms of like football, in terms of international breaks and other sports. But yeah, we'll be back. We'll be back on Friday for the Premier League show. We're gonna preview every other game this weekend. We're gonna review every other game. We're gonna preview every other game. So we'll be back on Friday. Like and subscribe. Road to 200 is on. Road to 200 is on right now. So yeah, thank you once again, Josh, for coming on. I've left your link in the title. Make sure you guys go click the link up his channel and subscribe. I'm sure you have
lads, you don't need to subscribe to my channel. Subscribe to AN Sports ASAP. Get to 200 subs ASAP.
FPL is a good segment. I think we'll do that next week, next show.
Well, I quit after.
I am gonna head out though. I will be back in like 45 minutes for the NBA show. So make sure you guys do tune into that. And yeah, like, share, subscribe. We're out. Take care.
Adios. Thank you for joining for the football bingo as well. And get active in 200 subscribers.
And 200 subs. We'll definitely do a longer footy bingo on 200 subs. We'll do. Do you know when we reach 200 subs? When you can, right? Or if you can get me to 200 subs, 17 of you watching, click the link, subscribe. We will do a whole 2 hours, 3 hours of footy games if you like that. We'll do footy tic-tac-toe, footy bingo, footy world, I can't even talk. Footy wordle, tongue twister there, isn't it? So yeah, if you want all these games, let me know, people. Make sure you guys subscribe, tune into the channel. I guess that's all you gotta do. It's free. We don't sell our souls for anything. We keep it real as it is. We say things as it is.
Authenticity.
Authenticity is the most important part, mate. Thank you so much for alluding to that as well. And thank you once again for Josh for coming onto the channel. I'll definitely see you on Friday. That's okay with you?
That should be fine, yeah.
And then this week. I don't know if you'd like, maybe after the United game tomorrow, or what, after the Arsenal game tomorrow, we can go live do footy bingo if you want as well. If you want that.
I think after the Spurs Chelsea game would be, well, I don't know. I'm busy on Thursday.
No.
I think Friday will be perfect for both of us. It'll fit both of our interests.
Fair enough. But like I said, people, subscribe AN Sports on YouTube. Links there. Head over, sub, comment your footy bingo scores. Make sure you leave a comment. Keep it respectful as always. And yeah, we're gonna be out. Make sure you guys, tune into the NBA show in an hour. Take care. Peace. Much love.